Hi everyone, welcome back to the Wealth Saarthi and I am Tulshii. Today we are going to talk about Tamilnadu Newsprints and Paper Limited. The reason of selecting Tamilnadu Paper Mill is very obvious because the situation around the pandemics are getting under much better control and the things are getting normalized. People are going back to work and schools are also opening. So therefore we have selected this particular company. Now we are going to discuss this company on three parameters as we do in every video, that business analysis, fundamental analysis and technical analysis. So first let us go and see the fundamentals of the company and let's try to understand a little bit about the company. So it's a Tamilnadu Newsprints and Paper Limited, and if we first look at the key information about the company, that it is in the business of manufacture and marketing of paper board, cement and generation of power. The company produces a wide portfolio of high quality paper for printing, writing, coated, uncoated paper beds, suited for packaging industry. So you will get fair idea that what is the company is all about and what is their core product. And if we see their revenue breakup, so 68% comes from the paper, 25% comes from the packaging board, 4% from cement, and then 3% of trade of notebooks, and other 1%. If we see about geographical concentration, then they generate 87% revenues from sales in India and then the rest 13% from the exports. So this is actually a little key information because currently, however, the situation is getting better and then the global trades are opening, but due to Russia and Ukraine war, there is a still little bit of crisis across the globe. So therefore, currently my view is that the companies which are more focused on domestic sales will definitely have a better sales figure as compared to the companies which are more focused on the export sales. But however, the only one point which is little bit of concerning at this moment, keeping the current situation in mind, and which is that due to this Russia-Ukraine war, there's a lot of rise in the input cost due to the increase in cost of material, primarily which are driven and derivatives of crude oil. So that continues to be a little bit of concern, but hopefully it will subside in near future. Now if we talk about the manufacturing facilities, they have two facilities in Tamil Nadu, and this is just how is their manufacturing capacity: paper board, pulp, cement, and then wind farm. One more important information, that company have a capex plan of 2500 crores for various expansion, and that include mill expansion to produce 1.6 lakh tons of paper per annum by installing machines of 400 tons per day. So this is fair bit of understanding about the company, that there is a lot of things can happen in the company in near future. Now if we go to their financials, the quarterly results. So as you can see here, that during this period to this period, company did not have great financial and their sale were reducing quarter on quarter, and it got kind of a stabilized here in March 2021, but then again in June the sale again reduced, and we know the obvious reason for that we were hit by the pandemic, and then the second wave came and that disrupted the business of lot of other companies as well. And then if we talk about the operating profit, so during this period company was making fantastic profit, 201 crore to 16 crore, and then it got kind of derailed from this period to this period. In this period, 72 crore, 83 crore, 20 crore, 83 crore, 62 crore, 93 crore and 95. So it's kind of a slowly gradually is stabilizing. And if we talk about profit and loss, so here we can see that from 2014 till 2018 company was consistently growing up until 2019, but after that they have started seeing a reduction in the revenue, primarily because pandemic. So 2020 was a pandemic year, 2021 again we were hit by second wave and then a short of a third wave. But then if we see the trailing 12 month, the situation seems to be improving. Now if we go back to the shareholding pattern, promoter holding do seems a little bit low, But then if we see the DII, they're pretty consistent, pretty strong, and they may definitely come back to this company again. And then when we see public, in public as well, it is not individual public but the publicly held organization, so it's quite a big hands in this part of this public shareholding pattern. Now let us go to the technicals of the company. So if we see, let's go to weekly time frame to compress chart a little bit, or in fact even we can go to monthly as well. Yeah, so monthly seems better. So there is one very interesting chart pattern in this company, that if we see here this area where the first let me mark this point from here to here. So when we saw that the first dip started happening when the pandemic started in 2020, and this was the biggest in the month of March, which was 45%. But then after that it is trading in that range from here till here, and there are a lot of organizations, a lot of companies who were able to come up and break the pre-pandemic high, but this is yet to happen in this company. So that is first point which look interesting to me. So there is still a lot of opportunities left. Now if we compress to the weekly time frame, there is one very interesting pattern is that before it gave this fantastic up move from this point, before it started coming down till here, so it gave rally of 184% before it started coming down. It is kind of trading at the same range, and before it began this rally, prior to that also, if we were to draw a box, it was trending in this same zone here, and then now as well it is again trending in the same zone, and once this zone was broken, it had given 184% of rally. So here as well we can see that kind of a similar price action is happening. And one more interesting thing is that as there was a decline, there was not much of volume here, but as there is a consolidation, the consolidation is happening with quite a huge volume. So that means it is accumulating, and someone is accumulating at a big level, big number. Now let's go to the daily time frame. So here we can see that it is in process of kind of making a cup and handle pattern. We draw a pattern here. This is a cup and this is a small handle. You can delete that, and in fact if we go to weekly pattern, here as well it is in a process of making cup and handle pattern. So now what could be our technical target? So my technical target will be, one is this all-time high. If we go to daily time frame, so let's break this down. So if we do consider this cup with handle pattern, and then if we do consider the breakout, then one can, if we just do the range calculation, so our first immediate target can be in the range of 230, and it's about approximately 34% from the current market price. But however, looking at the financials, looking at the technical chart pattern, one can easily assume that it will make a round bottom pattern, and then we can hold this till it goes all the way the previous all-time high, which was around 490. And then if we see in terms of the gain from current price, it is approximately 187%. So what does that mean? That are we going to go out and buy this immediately right now? No, not right now. I do not have position in this. I'm going to wait until it comes out of this zone, because then that would confirm the end of this consolidation phase, and then again it will start into the new rally. I'm going to wait until this level of 180 plus, and then once it gives confirmation above this level, then I will take my entry, and then I will hold this till it reaches to the previous all-time high. But this is my view, my understanding. You can trade as per your learning, your view. And there is one interesting point I want to share in terms of the business analysis, that why I am very bullish on this company and why I am very bullish on this sector, because if we see this data here, that the per capita paper consumption in India, it is a little over 13 kg and it is way behind the global average of 57 kg. India share in the demand for paper across the globe were analyzed is growing, and as the domestic demand is increasing at a steady pace. So there is a huge demand in paper sector and in paper products.